No intro for this, none of that. We're going to be talking about the releases and breaking news. The Detroit Lions have released quarterback Tim Boyle from this roster. We've been talking about this for a while, talking about the backup quarterback position, and the one guy that I've been harping on that should be released was Tim Boyle because the lack of production that he did at the quarterback position. Strong arm, but inability to hit the target. He has been released by the Lions. In this video, we're going to talk about all the releases to this point. Now, maybe you watch this video, other players are released. I don't have that list. I'm just going on with what happens by the time I'm making this video. So, without further ado, let's get this intro. I don't want to kill Tim Boyle here beating a dead horse. It's not cool when players are released. It's not a yay celebration. They're gone. You know, they do have careers. They do have lives. It's from a Lions fan perspective is the correct move to win football games, to have the best 53 on the roster. He was not the best quarterback for a number 2. He just wasn't, and that's the facts there. So my issues with Tim Boyle is on the field. You know, I wish him nothing but the best going on with his career. You know, go back to the Green Bay Packers or wherever. I'm perfectly fine with it for him going on. But for the Detroit Lions, it was the correct move to make. He was not good. Let me know in the comment section right now. Why for yes and for no? Do you approve of this player being released in Tim Boyle? Why, if so? Let me know. No, if so, let me know in the comment section. Devin Fuchness released too by the Detroit Lions. Now, we kind of figured that due to the injury that he sustained in training camp. He barely got used in the last game. It seemed like he was not making the roster, even though week 1 of the preseason he was effective. He was making plays, but it just seemed like his trend was going down there. So totally get it from the Lions trying to just get the better tight ends. Kendall Lamb, offensive tackle, released. Was there any doubt that he'd get released? Not for me. Practice squad material. Potentially, he'd go to the practice squad as a developmental tackle if he's not claimed by anybody else. I know a lot of people, a lot of teams need offensive linemen, so maybe he does get claimed from there. Jarrad Davis is released by the Detroit Lions. A good release. I didn't have him making this roster. Why? Because he was not the best 4 or 5 linebackers on this team. He just wasn't. He's good at blitzing. He's good after getting to the quarterback, but his coverage skills were lacking, big time lacking, and that's why he got released here. We needed a linebacker that's actually decent in coverage. He did not bring that. When we signed Jarrad Davis to the beginning, I said this guy's probably not making the roster, and he didn't make the roster. Could he go to the practice squad? Possible, for sure, that he can go to the practice squad, no doubt about it, but from 53, it ain't happening. Now, a lot of people are a little upset with the Tom Kennedy being released, the wide receiver there, outstanding wide receiver in preseason. I get it. I wasn't either a Tom Kennedy guy or a hater or anything. I felt like he was a good player. But you got to understand that he doesn't really bring anything different. Like Fuchness Cephas brings something different. You got speed with Jameson Williams and size with DJ Chark. You got Fuchness Cephas that's kind of all around. He didn't really bring anything different. Now, we don't know if it's going to be Trinity Benson or Maurice Alexander at this point. Maybe it happened by the time this video is released. I don't know. I would kind of hope it goes with Maurice Alexander because he brings a dimension to the kick return game. He's shown that he can be a difference maker in special teams. So that's who I'm hoping for the Lions to keep, but it's probably Trinity Benson. Don't know at this point. Xavier Smith, cornerback, was released by the Lions. Not a big shocker to me at all that he was released. Now, he had some good moments in preseason, but again, he had a drive yesterday that was bad. And you got to understand there's a lot of good corners well, developmental corners, back-end corners on this team. You got the Chase Lucases, you got the Mike Hughes. So it's like, who are you going to release? And so it kind of made sense that they went Smith there. Now, a practice squatter for sure. I think he'll make the practice squad. Mark Gilbert released. No, I'm not even, do we really got to talk about this? He had a lot of bad moments in this game for the Lions on Sunday against the Steelers. It was rough. It was bad. And, of course, we go back to Tim Boyle. Does this mean that David Blough is the backup quarterback? Does that mean that right now? Is he the guy? Well, right now, he's the backup quarterback. But the Detroit Lions could definitely look at the waiver wire or trade a possible cut candidate to another team for a quarterback. I prefer the waiver wire at this point. There's going to be people released like a Carson Strong. There's going to be quarterbacks available. So let me know in the comment section. Did David Blough secure himself as quarterback 2? Y for yes and for no. Right now, for sure. But we're talking about going into week 1 and beyond. Do you think he will be the guy? Or will the Lions pick up a young player like a Carson Strong? Maybe they pick up a Carson Strong for just a QB3 to develop and they go Blough. But let me know your thoughts on this development with Tim Boyle. Good decision, though, so far. I don't have no real issues with any of the players cut so far. I don't have an issue with any of these guys. Khalil Pimpleton, he wasn't making the team, but he's a practice squad guy with speed. Maybe he gets picked up too because there is teams that would want some speed. He's got that. He's just got to be able to catch the football a little bit. And, with our depth at wide receiver so immense, it was real hard for him to make this roster. So cuts are going on right now. I just wanted to do a quick video. Nothing special for you all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, make sure you guys check me out on Twitter. I'm dropping the information. As soon as I hear a player's cut, I've been posting it in the comment section. Let's go and continue to see what happens.